The Australian seafood brand sells itself. You know, it's an iconic brand. It's well known, it's well respected, and it's well loved. Harvested and grown from waters that are clean, pristine, and by and large our seafood is seen to be wholesome and good. Biosecurity puts all of that work, all of that branding, all of that marketing under threat. And not only under threat, but certainly the strongest possibility that it could all disappear in the twinkling of an eye.
Should there ever be a major incident of exotic diseases coming into our waters, it would be catastrophic, I do believe, for seafood in general. So I don't think we can ever be too careful when it comes to biosecurity.
The problem is, once you've got a pest or disease that no one else wants, no one wants your product. And therefore it affects both the fishers and the processors alike, in that your product supply chain grinds to a halt.
In our retail business, we saw the response to the white spot outbreak was quite rapid.
People put up a wall and say, well, we don't want that produce, it's tainted in some way, it's got some disease, and not understanding full well they'll steer clear of it. So it's had major impacts to families and fishing operators and prawn farmers alike.
But then trucking companies, cold storage companies, retailers, wholesalers, restaurateurs, all of that would be significantly jeopardised. And that then feeds down into the community. These people have jobs, they have families.
It's really important that we do keep an eye on the product, because the consumer, the general public, expects to have fine quality and product that is safe to eat. So it is really important. We're another set of eyes along the food chain.
The most important thing is early notifications, early detections. These sorts of things lead to a far more effective response. Once they've identified or they've seen something that they know just isn't right, the best thing to do is for these guys to take a photo, collect a sample if they can, refrigerate that sample, keep it fresh, and then call Biosecurity Queensland.
I understand that that's just another load on the shoulders of operators and people operating businesses, but unfortunately, it's something that just has to be dealt with.
People like commercial fishermen and seafood processors, they're hands-on. Every day they're out on the water or they're handling seafood product, and these guys know what looks right and what doesn't. So these are the types of guys that are going to probably first notice any signs of disease or signs of ill health in the animals that they handle.
If everybody takes a little bit of responsibility for biosecurity, threats can be identified and neutralised quickly. Obviously, with the items in the news of recent times, it showcases how vulnerable we can be. I think it's up to everybody to take biosecurity very seriously and make sure that we keep our reputation solid.
I don't think we can ever be too careful when it comes to biosecurity. Every little bit helps towards that stewardship, towards ensuring that our natural seafood has protection by everyone.
It is relatively simple insofar as, just being observant. Really, there's not a lot more that you can probably do in terms of protecting your industry and your livelihood and your economy, but being just generally simply observant.